So I just saw Kevin Smith's new movie, Yoga Hosers.
Are the Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 positions, girls. Master those, and you will master anyone who gives you shit.
Ew, why did your dad text me like 37 times?
Oh my god, he's making us work tonight! Oh my god!
And I can hear a lot of you asking, why would you watch that? And my answer would be...
7 times.
Oh my god, he's making us work tonight! Oh my god!
I don't know. I really don't know. Before we get into the review, I want to just say a quick little thing. I did get a new camera. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a brand new camera. I'm still working out some of the bugs, so if this video's a bit wonky or whatever, then that may be why, but if you're watching it, then it probably turned out well enough for me to release it. So if this is out and you're watching it right now, then I figured it out. But again, I saw Yoga Hosers, and this is the new Kevin Smith film, which is a continuation of his last year's movie, Tusk. Now, Tusk was about Justin Long, who turns into a walrus, and that's the whole movie, and it sucked. So I don't know why or what compelled me to watch this movie, because it's literally a spin-off of two cashier clerks that we see for 5 seconds in Tusk, and the two clerks are played by Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter. This is real. This is a movie about Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn, and Johnny Depp's daughter, who I forget her name because she's so vanilla. But this is a real movie, and I think maybe that's why I wanted to watch it, because I was not sure if this was a real movie. But if I were to describe it in one word, it would be pretentious. This movie is incredibly pretentious. This and Tusk were both movies that Kevin Smith said, I don't care about the critics, I just want to make a movie that I want to make. And that's great. You know, I really want to see filmmakers make movies that they want to make, not movies that they're forced to make.
Clerks, I didn't make a movie going, what will they think? I just wanted to see Clerks. That's it. Tusk, same thing. I didn't make that movie going, what are they going to say? I just wanted to see it. Yoga Hosers, made with the same spirit, man. It's not like, what will anyone say? I just wanted to see it, and I actually just wanted a bunch of like tween girls to see it.
There is a line in this movie when a character says, go now, go kill all of the art critics. And he says that to a giant monster, to which the Yoga Hoser girls say, we have to stop him, and Johnny Depp responds with, why? Art critics aren't real people, are they? That's literally a line in the movie. And it's not the first line where he blatantly mocks critics, film critics especially. He says there are art critics to get away with it, but it's definitely pointed at film critics. And he's saying, I'm making a movie for myself. But he's actually making a movie to make fun of critics. And the entire movie is making fun of people that criticize or to critique things. Not just his movies, but comic book movies too, which was the most bizarre thing to me. The entire movie has comic book references, and specifically Suicide Squad and DC references, because those movies right now are getting panned by everyone, me included, because they're awful, but they're getting panned right now. And so Kevin Smith, thinking that it would be a great idea, he puts in a bunch of references to those movies and plugs those movies in his movie while simultaneously making fun of the people that hated those movies. This is the movie that we got about two girls in Canada that talk funny and do yoga and make fun of film critics. This is the movie. I don't know why I watched it, and I don't know why anyone should watch it. It's awful. It's a terrible piece of work, and nothing is good about it. It is another Suicide Squad. Nothing is good about this movie. Everything fails. The performances specifically are terrible. The two girls, Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter, are probably the worst actors I've seen in a movie this year. They are atrocious. They have no chemistry together, even though apparently they're best friends. They have no chemistry together. Their dialogue that Kevin Smith wrote is so awful. And the social commentary that he tries to put into the movie about how teens are hopelessly addicted to their phones, and when they put them down, that they learn stuff, is so on the nose that it is horrible. You know, you can't blatantly say that in a movie, or people will get upset for good reason, because it's on the nose and stupid. But Kevin Smith does it anyway, with pointless scene after pointless scene. And that's really the best way to describe this movie, is that it's not really a movie. It's just pointless scene after pointless scene. But the worst part about it is that I could see almost what he wanted to do with it before he Kevin Smithed it. Because the main movie is about the two girls who work at a convenience store who are just kind of like whatever about everything. And then these little bratwurst Nazis, literally, this is a movie, this is the part of the movie, bratwurst Nazis start attacking them and attacking people in town.
The yoga way. The yoga way? The yoga way. Namaste. Okay, warrior one. Hold it, Mackenzie, hold it. Okay. Warrior two, back to back. Das Fräulein. Now on warrior three, we yoga the shit out of these bratwurst bitches, okay? Okay. Warrior three. Das Unschleidig Kollegen! I'm not even supposed to be here today!
He was trying to go for this fun movie that was kind of self-aware about how it was dumb. But at the same time, he made a movie that was self-aware and dumb, and then just plain dumb. And that's why this movie fails on almost every level. The biggest problem that I had with it was that he recasts all the actors from Tusk in different roles, except for Johnny Depp and the two girls. Justin Long, who was turned into a walrus in Tusk, comes back as a yoga instructor, and it's horribly embarrassing and out of place. And why? My biggest question: why? Why would you recast actors that are completely different roles, or have died or changed in some way? Why would you cast them as people in your continuation in different roles? And Justin Long's girlfriend makes an appearance in it as a gym teacher, and then Haley Joel Osment, forgot his name for a second. Haley Joel Osment makes an appearance as a Canadian Nazi, self-proclaimed Führer or whatever. And this movie is just, it's chock full of problems. And the biggest one is really the script and how it tries to be funny and appeal to younger audiences, like teenage audiences, by throwing in the most hand-fisted and bad jokes ever. Like, there's like farting, and the Nazi guys say stuff in German and go, huh? Das Fräulein! And it's just terribly lazy, and the jokes are not funny, and they're so forced, and it's literally the most cliche movie I think I've ever seen. It seems like Kevin Smith wanted to put in just every single cliche into his movie and tried to make it funny, and it was bad. Like, the first 30 minutes of this movie is probably the worst cinema I have seen all year. It's just awful. There's no characters, no development, no arcs. Nothing works. People are introduced in the worst ways possible with these weird, like, Instagram, like, little caption things. Ooh, light, I'm sorry. And they try to introduce them with, like, these Instagram caption things that describe their character within a couple lines. And almost every single character gets one, and it just doesn't stop. It's like, main girl, here's her little description. Another main girl, little description. Guy she likes, little description. Dad, little description. And I would have been fine with it if it had stopped there. But it doesn't. It does those for people who are in the movie for literally one scene. I don't know why he wanted to be the director of this movie. I don't know why he wanted to make the movie in the first place, to be honest. But his directing style is the worst thing. He seems like he cannot keep the camera still. Every time he tries to do a scene, it's always just these slow moving push-ins, moving a little bit, pans. He just can't stop moving the camera. Even the most basic scenes, he will move the camera and move the camera. I'm just like, put it on a tripod, dude. You don't need to be moving the camera all the time. And there's a lot of close-ups, there's a lot of cutting, and the editing in the movie feels like it's very formulated, which is very strange with editing. It feels just like, and now I cut here, and now I cut here, and now I cut here. And that was the one thing that was really bothersome during a lot of scenes, is that he would be panning the shot, and then it would cut to a close-up, and then cut to a reverse angle, and then cut back to the other panning shot. And it just felt like the most formulated, contrived nonsense.
Foot in the mouth. Foot in the mouth. Upward dog.
Our favorite canine.
Downward dog.
And that is really the best way to describe this movie, is that it's nonsense. It's contrived nonsense that Kevin Smith just slapped into a movie to make fun of people that he doesn't like. What's frustrating about this movie is that I can see Kevin Smith as an actual filmmaker in this movie. There are scenes that work to an extent. There are things that are set up with a payoff later, like the girls want to go to a senior party and the mom gives them a knife and says, "It's my date knife and you have to have it and make sure that they don't try anything on you." And then the main girl uses it later to get out of a situation with a boy that she likes, who turns out to be a Satan worshiper, which was just over the top enough to be kind of funny. But she uses the knife again later, and I was like, okay, that's a neat little payoff. It was set up, and it doesn't feel like it was forced into the movie. It didn't feel like it was like put in there specifically to be a plot device later. So it works as a payoff later, but that's not really the only thing that they sets up, except maybe the bratwurst dudes, which are apparently afraid of music, even though that's set up without a payoff, which was this craziest thing. There's literally a shot when one's walking up to the girl, and then they start playing music over the radio, and it's like, oh, and runs away. So you immediately think, oh, they're going to have to use music to fight it and beat it because they're because they're in a band together, so they're going to have to use their music to beat the bratwurst things. But nope, they use yoga to beat the little bratwurst things, because that makes sense.
Papa, it's like I stole your socks. Yo, man, what's the matter with you? Sorry, I'll get it next time, I promise. Colleen! Pizza beats you beat. The only thing hard is the smell of my feet. So listen up, cause you might get disco, drain the lizard, or take a chair. Damn, come on, girl, watch the beat.
This movie is nonsense, and even watching it on Netflix is not worth it. It's a complete waste of time. It's definitely one of the worst movies of the year. It's right up there with the Suicide Squads, the Special Correspondents, Disappointments Room. It's up there with all of those terrible movies, and I'm gonna give it a 1 or a 2 out of 10. I'm not completely sure yet. I want to give it a 1 because I hated it so much, but just those little bits of filmmaking were in the movie that I liked, but they're to service the worst movie of all time. So I don't know, 1 or a 2. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm trying to get used to this new camera, so bear with me while I figure it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
And despite all of your best intentions and all the fun that was put into Yoga Hosers, the critical reaction has not been, let's say, good.
Well, but and to be fair, a lot of people still think I give a, I'm not saying I don't give a shit about this movie, but I get riled by that. But part of the reason that I made these Canada movies, Tusk, now Yoga Hosers, and forthcoming Moose Jaws, was, so that I could kind of do something that was way different than what I was up to, and try to make something that exists in its own space and is like just batshit stupid. Like, these are movies that probably shouldn't be made, but the making of the movies is kind of the triumph in and of themselves.